Made it through the ice,
Kinda.
the snow, the inclement weather. I think kids are back in school today, maybe.
2-hour delay on CMS and remote learning day for Iredell Statesville.
Now, I made the prediction last week. If we got what they said we were going to get, and we didn't even get all they said we were going to get, we wouldn't go back to school till April. I think it's going to happen.
You were tracking right on that.
I think I should be a meteorologist actually now. But no, I'm not. No, I shouldn't.
We will have a real meteorologist
right.
besides us just making up weather.
Me and my grandma rules. The other one, grandma rule, I need to ask Chase Myers whenever he calls in. Grandma always said if there's snow on the ground, there's still snow and ice on the ground 7 days later, it's going to snow again. Like within the
Are we on the 7-day mark?
Well, Monday
Okay.
would be the 7-day mark.
This coming Monday.
Yeah.
Sunday doesn't count? Sunday we had ice
when
on
did
Sunday.
it start? Sunday?
Saturday night into Sunday.
It started Saturday night, so yes. So
Saturday night.
I think we're tracking for that too.
Oh, there's one pile right out back, right by the dumpster.
Snow,
That's definitely gonna be
there's
there.
a bunch. The thunder snow the thunder happened. We got snow, and then it's still on the ground. We're gonna get some more. I don't know.
Maps I'm seeing big numbers. I'm seeing big numbers.
I saw 18 inches on one map that I saw yesterday, and I was like, "Be so for real." No, I'm not doing it.
Chase Myers is going to join us at 8:15 this morning. We're excited to break it down with him. Now, he did say that if you signed up for the newsletters, and it's really easy, liveworkplaylkn.com.
Very easy.
You would have seen the weekend weather outlook that Maeve's put out too, and Chase did a video and does all. But he was very honest. He said, "I gotta come back later in the week."
Right.
To really know what we're dealing with. That's the way weather works. You kind of have to wait.
It changes, right?
Now, last week, I was a little disappointed. Did I want more ice? No. Did I want a better winter storm? Yes. And it pushed it north. I don't know, remember all that? It pushed it north, like in the last minute. This one's been pushing west to east. That seems to be working for those wanting accumulation in our favor for this weekend, because it has been pushing, and the numbers have been going up throughout the week as far as what snowfall we can expect. I'm seeing 8 inches. And that's National Weather Service level. I'm seeing 8 inches.
That's too much.
Now, I don't know if this is like a 8 inches, like it's different 8 inches in the sky than it is on the ground. I don't know.
Can it just stay up in the sky?
Or something happens as it falls.
Yeah.
It gets bigger, it gets smaller.
I don't know.
It's cold, it's warm. You know how it goes.
I will say that every report that I've come across this week says it's just fun snow. Like it's the good playing in snow. Now, for me, it's good sitting inside drinking a coffee snow. That's any kind of snow is for me.
And that's likely what we went through routine-wise this week. I'm assuming next week we might be running it back.
Yeah.
We're not talking about that very much. And I know we're saying, like, okay, the snow's going to disappear, so it's not like the ice. But at least Monday, Tuesday, probably should start making some plans for remote learning.
Yeah, just be home. Just stay home.
For kids, sorry, it's different than it was back in our day. There was no such thing as remote learning back in the day. It was just a snow day.
It was so much fun, too, kids. I'm so sorry you guys missed out on that. There was no remote learning happen. We were just acting a fool, eating a bunch of snacks.
Watching Ricky Lake.
Yes, watching daytime TV, watching Maury Povich, Ricky Lake, Jerry Springer.
Hey, what's Ricky up to these
I love
days?
Ricky Lake,
What
man.
is
I don't
she
know.
up
Is that your
to?
show, Bill?
That
Ricky
was my
Lake.
show. I had it named Ricky.
I did love Ricky Lake, but I also
She held it down.
I love Maury Povich.
Oh,
You Are
yeah,
the
there was
Father.
Maury,
I
yeah.
mean, they're all just
Jerry
paternity
started
tests.
getting weird. So.
Jerry was always.
I knew I
weird.
wasn't supposed to be watching Jerry. I was
Yeah,
like,
but
this
when your
doesn't
mom's
even
at
seem
work,
right.
because teachers still had to go in sometimes, so
I was
mom
a
and
good
dad
boy.
go to work.
I was a good boy, so I was like, yeah, I'll do Ricky.
Okay.
I'll do Ricky.
I like it.
North Carolina's been good. Got some census data out. This one from 2025 census. Believe it or not, you may be wondering, why are the roads so full?
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's what happens when you are the #1 net domestic migration location for the country.
So that means people moving inside the United States from one state to another, domestic migration?
Yep. So we'll net in and out because everyone, every state's got some people leaving, some people coming.
Yeah.
You look at the bottom of the list, number 51, that's California. They net lost 229,000 people based on the census. Now, they got a few million they could spare probably.
It's a big state.
But North Carolina, we're plus 84,000. And in the #1 slot for net domestic migration.
That's impressive because Texas is #2, and Texas is a giant state. And so that North Carolina being we're not the biggest state in the union. And so just having that number and a big jump between North Carolina and Texas, too.
Sorry, but I'm number one.
Oh.
Okay.
Okay, Bill.
Texas, 67,000. So about 20,000 less. What's
Yeah.
that? About 25% less
Yeah.
than us, too. That's a big jump they got to get to if they want to keep up. Texas.
South Carolina, number 3, are neighbors to the south, and Tennessee, number 4.
So there you go. That's what it feels like
It's
to
right
have the
here,
number one
right
seed.
around here. Yes.
Everyone's super excited to have all these people moving here.
Does that mean
so.
that we're winning? Do we
It's
win?
usually how
We won?
it works.
Yeah.
Do we like being in this number one seat? Do we care? I mean, I know there's some people that don't want anybody else coming.
There's
but
a lot of people that don't want people coming, and I'll just say what I always say. Better to have a place that people want to live, because that means there's going to be things to do, stuff happening. There's always going to be new businesses, exciting things, events to do.
8 of the top 10 considered in the South. Now, I don't know
Yeah.
actually if that's true. It might only be 7. Let me read this. North Carolina, Texas, South Carolina, Tennessee, Arizona,
Arizona's not the South.
Georgia, Alabama, Florida,
Florida's not the South either.
Idaho, Nevada.
Idaho's definitely not the South. And Nevada, no.
I'm still a little confused at where Idaho is, but we'll work on
Yeah,
that.
it's somewhere over there on that other side.
Your bottom 10, Connecticut, Hawaii, Colorado, Maryland, Louisiana, Massachusetts, New Jersey, Illinois, New York, California.
I'm surprised at Hawaii. Why do people live in Hawaii? Is it too expensive to live there?
I don't know.
Maybe it's tough living there. I had a friend who lived in Hawaii. The only thing she said she didn't like about it was just like it took so long. Well, her family lived on the East Coast too, so it just was like impossible.
And this was
come
July
and
1st,
visit.
2024 to July 1st, 2025 is our time frame. We're like, this doesn't account for the second half of 2025 into 2026, but shows you that if the trends continue, I think North Carolina is just going to get a little busier. And so we'll see how to deal and manage and work on that, because that's really what it comes down to, is how do you manage all that?
Yeah, all those people.
All them people. Hornets are managing. They are. They
Yeah.
won last night.
Oh, good.
We'll
for
talk
them.
about that game. Melo set a new record, so got that stat for you as well. Word on the street, Trump's going to be naming who his new Fed chair is today at some point. He says this morning. We'll see. There's some Polymarket info as far as who people think is going to be it. And he's saying that interest rates will go down with this new person, that they will be in line with with his plan. And so we'll see what that does to the markets and how they react this morning. Remember Spotify and the whole drama with getting hacked
Mm-hmm.
and then finding out who it was, and then a website got shut down? There's a lawsuit now involved as well. Big numbers. A couple companies made some big changes, big change announcements as part of like earnings reports and all that stuff too. We got that for you. Don't forget about the snow.
We'll be right back with more Good Morning LKN and zero judgment about your dirty dishes. Spotless cleaning gets it. WSIC. Local starts here.
Well, chilly, but overall our Friday's in pretty good shape. Some extra clouds rolling in. Our highs for the afternoon make it into the low 40s. And of course, all eyes on a snowy Saturday around the Carolinas. A couple of inches could stack up around the Lake Norman area. Could be some folks with lesser, some more, depending on where dry pockets and some heavier bands set up. But it's cold. 20s all day, and then travel concerns likely linger into Sunday. That's your forecast. From the WSIC Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Chase Myers.
Hi, this is Bob McIntosh with the McIntosh Law Firm in Davidson. Since 1997, we have been committed to providing our clients with competent, caring, and experienced legal services. Learn more at McIntoshLawFirm.com.
Here's your WSIC community calendar.
Let's start in Mooresville, where Sail Again Children's Consignment is back.
Sail Again runs February 4th through the 8th at a new location, the Merino Mill Complex, with entrance at 200 Brawley Avenue.
Early shopping starts Wednesday, February 4th, with additional early access on Thursday. And then it's free public shopping Friday through Sunday. For times, tickets, and all the details, head to sailagainlkn.com.
Next up, if you're ready for a night out that's a little more dramatic,
The Murder Mystery Dinner featuring Sigmund Theatrical happens February 13th and 14th at 7 p.m.
This is a fully interactive experience where a museum setting turns into a live whodunit.
It's dinner, theater, intrigue, and suspense all rolled into one. And yes, perfect for Valentine's weekend.
Get ticket and location info at mooresvilleevents.com/ourtownstage.
And finally, head north to Statesville to warm up with some serious creativity.
Featuring incredible quilts, needlework, and handcrafted art from talented makers across the region.
Whether you're a longtime quilter, like myself,
Or just appreciate the skill.
and patience,
This one's worth checking out.
the Quilting and Needle Art Extravaganza at the Statesville Civic Center. Admission is $5. For more details, visit downtownstatesville.com.
For more Lake Norman news, weather updates, events, job opportunities, and real estate information, visit liveworkplaylkn.com.
That's liveworkplaylkn.com.
Good morning, LKN is back with more shenanigans and spotless cleaning support because this show's messier than your kitchen. WSIC, local, starts here.
Good morning, LKN. 7:18. Happy FriYAY to you. Getting closer and closer to the weekend. We got to make it to the weekend. Snow's supposed to start, I think, this evening, but it hasn't started yet. Let's check in on David, see how the streets are. ICATS.com. Alternative transportation, $3 each day, each way to commute from Iredell County down to the city of Charlotte. Cruising in the HOV lane. With David. Good morning, sir. How are things looking?
Hey, guys, good morning. Everything is looking really good out here at Forest today. Southbound and northbound lanes was good to us going into the Queen City this morning. Right now, we are standing beside the Fairfield Inn in Mooresville looking at 150. Traffic is increasing both ways. Dates will look good this morning. 21, 70, and 115 were all running pretty smoothly. We didn't come across anything that would indicate any type of delays. Hadn't heard from any other drivers, so right now we're holding it steady and hoping to continue the same thing the second time around.
Patient pants on hand, ready to go. Also, you still got the snow bibs and toboggans handy?
Always. But, you know, I'm a short sleeve person, so it doesn't matter to me. I'm ready.
Heck yeah. I can't
Always
wait.
short sleeves.
Love to see you out there, David. All right, we appreciate you, sir. 8:15. Looking forward to it.
All right, guys. Take care. God bless.
See ya. ICATS.com. $1 from your front door each day to run errands around Iredell County. $1 on Tuesday. You can go to the VA in Salisbury. If you've got appointments, move them to Tuesday because you can get picked up from your front door in Iredell County for only $1. Get driven back from the VA to your front door in Iredell County for only $1. Thursdays, you can go to Winston-Salem. Same thing. $1 from your front door, $1 back. Friday, you want to go to Hickory? It'd only be $1 from your front door in Iredell County and $1 to get back. One little secret. You've got to schedule it. ICATS.com.
Oh, well, everybody's heard about the bird. Bird. The bird's a winner. Well, a bird. Bird is a winner.
It's time for the word of the day. What's the word?
Word of the day.
Happy Friday, everybody. Today's word of the day, which is brought to you by, thank you, which is brought to you by Home to Court. Home to Court believes home is more than a place. That's right. It's where connection, comfort, and a little friendly competition come together. From curated home finds to pickleball gear for every level, they help you create spaces where memories are made. They're also the sponsor of Ladies Who Play, a mahjong night, bringing Lake Norman women together for connection and conversation. That's Tuesday, February 17th, 6 to 8:30 at the Peninsula Club, hosted by Lake Norman Woman Magazine and presented by Home to Court.
Saw Susan yesterday.
Yes.
Doing great. She's excited. Couldn't believe how quickly it sold out, obviously. I don't think anybody was really expecting that. And so that's why you want to sign up for the newsletter because you want to find out when the next potential mahjong night is.
That's right. And just spoil, a little bird told me that maybe the waiting list is going to be open So if you're on the
Oh.
waiting list,
Shout out to the P Club for saying squeeze them in.
yeah,
Love
that's
that.
right. That's right. So if you're on the waiting list, be looking for an email. If you're not on it, get on it.
That's it. Today's word of the day, the business at hand. Today on this Friday, January the 30th, year of our Lord 2026. Today's word is supervene.
Supervene.
Supervene. Now, I think you
Supervene.
guys will be able to pick this one up in context, but I just hadn't heard of supervene. Supervene.
I was gonna say, is that a superhero name?
It could very well be. Supervene. SUPERVENE. It's a verb
Do you
used without an object. I don't know if that means anything.
Used
to
without an
anybody.
object.
I don't know. It's a verb. All right,
Bill
it's a
uses
verb.
me
It's
as
a
an
verb.
object.
I don't even know what that means.
Okay, I do supervene sometimes from time to time. I got some sentences here that can hopefully help all of us get to the conclusion and find out the definition of this amazing word, supervene. Friday, January 30th. Here we go. Justin had a perfectly planned show outline until a rogue lake story supervened and took the entire hour.
Took precedent.
Took precedent. That is a
Took
great.
over.
I like the word precedent there. Took over.
Commandeered.
Commandeered. You guys are doing
Slipped into first place.
great. You guys have the first half there. But
Took
then
the
there's
baton and didn't trip and won.
There's that second part that just makes it word of the day. You know, where it's like
Crusty.
that, but it's a little more. Silence briefly ruled the studio, but chaos supervened the moment Bill touched the soundboard. Supervene.
A moment of change.
A moment of change. I like commandeer. I like all the words you guys use.
It's
Takes
positive
precedent.
connotation,
But
though,
in a moment.
good,
It's like in a moment.
In a moment, you're doing it. You're
I'm
talking with your
thinking
hands. I like that
it goes
too.
like in a good way. That's what I'm thinking.
Okay, so you're thinking it's in a good way.
In a
All right.
positive way, like took it in a positive direction.
I'll say it's super negative.
Okay.
Justin says they takes it in a super negative direction. So.
All right. I'll read the definition and we can decide who is correct here. To occur unexpectedly or as an added development. All right. So taking precedent. Right. Especially one that complicates a situation.
Complicates. That's what we were missing.
Complicates.
So I think
Yeah.
Justin wins that one.
Supervene. So it's not necessarily negative, but just a little
Complicated.
You know, because complicated doesn't always have to be bad.
You guys have heard that. All right, guys. Something's changed a little bit. Not
Yeah, no,
much.
yeah.
Just a little tweak.
We're definitely gonna make it complicated though.
Yes. Every day I walk through these doors,
It's supervene.
I know the supervene.
You get supervened every
I
day
turn
you
the
walk
corner and it's supervene. Yeah.
To occur unexpectedly,
That's every day.
complicating the situation.
Correct.
Yeah.
Supervene.
Supervene.
We'll see if we can use that.
This sounds like a job for Supervene.
That really should be like he makes complicated things uncomplicated.
Yeah.
Well,
or
snow.
no,
or
it'd
just
actually
yeah,
be better
yeah,
if
yeah,
he came
right.
in and just,
made
everything
things complicated.
more complicated.
Right, exactly.
All right, I'm writing that comic.
Yeah, there it is. Supervene.
You guys are on art on graphics.
Newest Avenger.
I've got the spandex in the back.
Oh gosh.
Oh gosh, no.
Chase Myers, maybe he will explain how this snow supervened the
Correct.
school system.
It's gonna supervene
Yes.
my weekend
Yes.
for sure because Katie and I had a whole spa day planned. I don't think we're going anywhere.
You can just set up in the backyard.
I said, well, if worse comes to worse, I'll just have
Look like Greenland.
Layla lick your face or something. Do it
Eat
at
the
home.
cucumbers
Yes. Yes.
right off of my face. Sincerely Tea House going to be joining us as well this morning. We've had them in a couple of times. Really excited about kind of what they're doing for the tea scene, if you would, and then in Davidson, obviously too. Great spot for it.
Great spot.
And the service there, you get the music, you get the ambiance, you get the knowledge too
Oh,
that
and
goes
it's-
into tea. It's in depth.
It's not just the, going and have a nice cup of tea. It's the
No.
experience that comes with it. That's
But
so
you do
cool.
get a nice cup of tea.
Oh, yes, definitely. Definitely.
We're also going to say hey to Vaughn this morning. So Vaughn is now the host of the Home Ad Show, Monday through Friday, 9 to 11. Whether you're buying, selling, or celebrating birthdays and anniversaries, you hang out with him from 9 to 11. 844-STUDIO-4, 844-788-3464. That's the phone number to call, really, for all 37 hours of local content we've got here at WSIC. We try to make it easy for you. Make it even easier by creating the WSIC News app for
So
you.
easy.
It's available on iOS and Google Play. There you can listen live 24 hours a day. You can also watch live because we do video live stream everything that we do here locally. And then you can catch it all on demand. So whatever show that you might be interested in, whatever topic, whatever conversation. Shout out to Dr. Royer for a show yesterday. I mean, really in-depth stuff on the brain, how, what we eat affects us, how, our sleep. Couple principles. Really loving the whole make the room super cold concept. that is really healthy for your brain.
Oh.
And so I'm really into that.
That's what you've been doing this whole time, trying to help our brains?
Yeah.
Oh, thanks.
It helps everyone. He did say no carbs after 4. I got to work on that one.
Okay. Yeah, I'll work on that one too. Eat a loaf of bread before bed.
But overall, an example of great content. And we've got a wide variety of hosts. I heard Dr. Fred coming in this morning because he airs obviously the morning 2 with 4 o'clock this afternoon. We'll share that lineup with you throughout the morning. But easiest way, download the WSIC News app today. Anybody fly on a plane this week that you know?
No. Mm-mm.
I think the flights were going. I know a few people did make it out of Charlotte just fine. Unfortunately, the Federal Aviation Administration is investigating after an American Airlines plane was struck by a laser a few miles from Charlotte Douglas International Airport on Thursday morning. And so I guess something went down where, a plane was flying and the laser kind of hit it. I don't know if this is like from the ground, like a kid.
Is it like the one you get at spare time?
Laser pointer, yeah.
Like that laser that I get at spare time?
Or is this like
legit?
We got lasers.
Laser.
It's like someone's out here messing with 1 kilowatt lasers.
Yikes.
So they're investigating.
All right.
More to come.
More to come. We'll keep up with that.
It was
story.
about 7 a.m. yesterday, so it wasn't us. We were here. First off,
alibi.
FAA, yeah, crucial.
Yes.
You don't think you need it until you need it.
Yes, yeah.
It's one of those. And just so you know, you shoot a laser at a plane, there's a fine for it.
Yeah.
$32,000.
Really?
So if you go shooting a laser at a plane.
So don't do it, guys.
That's right. And it's not cool to blind the pilots while they're flying the plane. That's not like, so kids, parents, okay, I ordered you a laser pointer, you finally are old enough. Don't blind the squirrels.
No, you're not.
It turns into the airplanes, how things have evolved, unfortunately, a little bit. Any golf fans out there?
Oh, yeah.
Indoor 9-hole course is getting built.
Golf course or mini golf?
Actual 9-hole, full 9-hole indoor course. It's called Megalodome.
Oh, gosh.
Golf in Oswego, Illinois.
Oswego?
Yeah.
Now I got to move to Illinois, guys. Good gracious.
$50 million project set to open in 2027. And so it's going to be inside and you're going to play golf. So I imagine it'll look like sky, like, kind of like when you're inside, they'll probably have some LED panels or the coloring or something like that. I don't know if it's going to have like the, sweaty kind of practice bubble kind of smell inside of it or not.
Yeah.
Or is it going to have good air like outside golf courses do? I don't know that answer, but
it looks like they make the ceiling the sky.
Yeah.
With
Maybe
some
it's going
advertising.
to be like
Got to.
translucent or something where you can kind of see the sky.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Maybe. I don't know. It feels like it'd get real sweaty in there, though.
Well, it gets cold in Illinois, so I imagine for them, this is actually a good market to test this at, right? To kind of see. I don't know how close this is to Chicago or to where the rich people live in Illinois, but this might be enough, for them.
No, Rob's going to put our house on the market today. We're going to move to Illinois.
Just for the indoor course.
Just for the indoor course.
Hey, when you know, you know.
Right.
Guy knows what he likes.
Location, location, location. That's what it's all about.
We'll be right back with more Good Morning LKN and zero judgment about your dirty dishes. Spotless cleaning gets it. WSIC. Local starts here.
Well, chilly, but overall our Friday's in pretty good shape. Some extra clouds rolling in. Our highs for the afternoon make it into the low 40s. And of course, all eyes on a snowy Saturday around the Carolinas. A couple of inches could stack up around the Lake Norman area. Could be some folks with less or some with more, depending on where dry pockets and some heavier bands set up. But it's cold. 20s all day, and then travel concerns likely linger into Sunday. That's your forecast. From the WSIC Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Chase Myers.
The WSIC app is available now wherever you get your apps, featuring local deals from great local businesses like Greystone Lodge in Boone.
Spotless cleaning. How can we make your day spotless? Yes, we make not just toilets spotless, but also counters, cabinets, and kitchens. We make your whole house, your whole day spotless. My grandparents taught me the details, not the things, make your home and your life luxurious. Yes, they raised me in Brazil. And that's why we will never charge you extra for baseboards. Let me help you be a diva a few hours a week. Spotless Cleaning and C.com.
If you're a builder and you haven't went to Little Shaver's Wood Shop, you're missing all types of lumber products, hard to find woods and paneling materials that are in stock and ready to help you conquer anything the job throws your way. Locally owned, Little Shaver's Wood Shop has a friendly, knowledgeable staff to get you in, out, and on with your day. Little Shaver's Wood Shop, 3301 Salisbury Highway in Statesville. Little Shaver's Wood Shop, LILshavers.com.
Are you nearing retirement and wondering how to make your money work for you instead of worrying it won't? Find out more by listening to Live in Large Radio with Mark Henry of Alloy Wealth Management, Saturday mornings at 11 and Sundays at 5 on WSIC. Local starts here.
If you need home medical equipment, call Lowry Drug in Statesville. We have everything you need in stock, including portable oxygen concentrators, CPAPs, masks, lift chairs, wheelchairs, scooters, hospital beds, supplies, and anything else you need. Get it when you need it. Check out LowryDrug.com or call 704-873-2247. Lowry Drug, your hometown source since 1959, across from Iredell Memorial Hospital. We are worth the drive. Come see us.
Babe, dinner's ready.
Ladies.
Babe, dinner's ready.
Ever feel like your husband just isn't listening?
Dinner's ready.
Maybe he just can't hear.
Babe.
It's time to turn up the volume on life. Beltone in Mooresville and Cornelius can help with a free hearing test and expert solutions tailored for you. Call 877-HEAR-123 today. That's 877-HEAR-123. Don't wait. Call 877-432-7123 and bring back the sound of love.
The button pushing stops here.
WSIC. Local starts here.
This is a Bloomberg Money Minute. A new era for Walmart begins this weekend. John Furner will take over as CEO of the world's largest retailer on Sunday. He's a Walmart lifer and will become the sixth person to run the company. Walmart has been seeing strong growth from newer, wealthier customers and benefiting from success in e-commerce. Shares are up 20% in the past year, and the company's market value is approaching $1 trillion. Checking on your money, President Trump is expected to reveal his choice as Federal Reserve Chair this morning. Sources are telling us former Fed Governor Kevin Warsh could be named to replace Jay Powell. Stock futures are under pressure this morning. And years of operational fixes is helping restaurant chain Chili's win back diners. Parent company Brinker International says improvements in food quality and service are driving repeat visits. Menu upgrades, including the return of the skillet queso and thicker bacon on burgers, are attracting customers. Courtney Donahoe, Bloomberg Radio.
The button pushing stops here.
WSIC. Local starts here.
Good morning, LKN is back with more shenanigans and spotless cleaning support because this show's messier than your kitchen. WSIC. Local starts here.
Good morning, LKN. All right, so it happened. I think it happened like right before the show started. Kevin Warsh has been named President Trump's successor to Jerome Powell as Fed chair. Now, I believe Jerome Powell's term is up, just regularly up, like the 10-year run or however long you get.
Yeah.
In May, and so he doesn't have to oust him or do anything. He's gonna be able to just let it roll right on in. I imagine we'll start seeing some market reaction at some point for what that means. It's not obviously like a instantaneous changeover, right, or anything like that. But interesting, yeah. So they dropped the name. So don't know anything about him. I know he used to be on the board of the Fed board back in the day. He was appointed, I think, 2006, and so he's been around in the game for a long time. But obviously, a move that President Trump has been waiting for a while. And now he's going to get that opportunity. It looks like what he does with it, I don't know. We've seen some market manipulation stuff in general, just overall. And I get it, like, because you think you're pulling levers that are going to fix in the long term and all that kind of stuff. But a lot of moving parts. I wonder how many moving parts are on Artemis 2.
Now, remind me what's an Artemis 2.
So this is the upcoming space flight.
This isn't a robot. This is a spaceship.
So is it a big deal or is it a bust? Because Mames doesn't necessarily believe we went to the moon the first time.
Not quite.
Are we going to really go around the moon this time? Because that's what it's about. Here's a little hype video. Our team is ready to rock on this. Feel the moment right now.
This is a very serious endeavor. This is absolutely a test flight.
That'll be the first time we'll have 4 crew members seeing the far side of the moon together.
We're at the point now where we are ready to go fly.
If you want to go fast, go alone. If you want to go far, go together.
We've been training together for over 2.5 years now, and with that comes a closeness.
I'm driven by the spirit of exploration. There's just something about pushing the limits that really captures my passion.
This is the stuff we dreamed of when we were kids, and now it's becoming reality.
Artemis 2 is more than a mission to the moon and back. It is the next step on the journey that gets humanity to Mars.
Did they get you with that last line?
They definitely didn't go the first time. I'm more convinced than ever. Because all this hype, all this leading up, all this talking about it.
It's just space, people.
I mean, I wasn't alive the first time that they went, but there was not this much pomp and circumstance about going to. They were just like.
Well, the internet was a little different when they went the first time.
There was zero internet when they went the first time. Or maybe there was internet, but not like it is now. But nah, definitely didn't go the first time. That's fine. I'm not mad about it. You did what you had to do, to win the space race. I'm okay with it. I'm not upset. The more I see about like preparing to go to the moon. Last time they were just like, "What's up? We're on the moon. We're here. We did it." And then they had to go, like when they landed, they had to go in that like secret detox room, but they're really just doing like the flashy thing from Men in Black on their faces, so they forgot everything.
Maybe there really is nothing on the moon to be excited about. We have to build right on the moon is what they're talking about. And so this is...
One small step for man, one giant leap for mankind.
Artemis 2 is going to go around the moon. So it's going to go all the way around the moon. I don't think we've done that. I think that's the whole thing here, too, is we have not gone all the way around the moon.
We haven't done that yet?
We have not.
Okay. I watched Apollo 13. I don't remember what they were trying to do there. Were they trying to go to the moon?
Maybe they went around the moon. I don't know if we've gone around.
They were trying to.
They may have gone around or part to the moon and then pulled back.
I feel like in the 60s, they were just like going to pop up to the moon for the weekend.
But they said it's the first time 4 people have seen the dark side of the moon. Maybe it's a numbers game. Maybe it was only 2 the first time. Or
I'm
just
excited
a monkey.
for them. It's a very cool opportunity. It's cool to go.
Is it?
I don't know. You guys have fun at the hotel. On
Just
the
seems
moon.
really intense.
It's just like
you're going to space around the moon.
It's too much. It's
25,000 miles per hour to get out of the atmosphere.
That's what I'm saying. And also, they could not build something
All for
in
the
the
sake
60s.
of exploration.
In the 60s, they built something that went 25,000 miles an hour.
They made it different back then.
People were still riding horses back then.
I have seen on my timeline. I don't know, the Voyager I think is what it is that went that's now 1 light year away. I think technically right at, and they launched that in the 70s.
Mm-hmm.
And they said that they're using like 6 megabytes on that thing, and it's sending back from like a light year away.
What?
From like a
it's
size
just out in
perspective.
space somewhere?
Your phone's like 500 gig, and they're using 6 meg to send it back. So
it's like less than a text you don't send.
Correct. So we'll see what happens for Artemis 2. They're in quarantine right now. So they are in go mode. They are not interacting with humans besides themselves.
Aliens from here on out.
That's it. That's all you got.
Why they don't want
Sterilized
to take like
environments.
space germ, or they don't want to take Earth germs to space?
They don't want to get sick. They don't want to bring anything out. They've been tested. They probably get everything tested every day, Q-tips and all. And so you just got to be ready. And they're ready to go. As early, I think, as February 6th. That's next weekend.
Do you think this is going to be a point? I feel like this is building up to, appointment TV. Like, it's been a while since the world has kind of gathered.
Yeah.
Well, how long are you going to watch? Because it's going to take them like days. It takes like 2.5
I'm
days
peeled,
to get
man.
to the moon.
I'm a journalist, right? Am I not covering?
You're covering it.
You're assigned the story. There's no doubt about that.
The assignment desk has assigned you to this story, Bill. So you let us know.
I already got it written.
And I thought, like, when we go, at least this is what happened on Transformers. When you go around the back side of the moon, you lose all the signals.
That's what happened on Apollo 13 too.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is that the same thing there? Or are we good on that now?
I think they're just like, or maybe that was Armageddon. I get all those movies confused, which ones really happened and which ones didn't. But yeah, it's crazy to me. But good for them, great for them, and also the people that said that they went to the moon the first time. Good for them too. They were doing their part to serve the country, and I appreciate them too.
it's got to be about all the satellites up there too, right? For the communication side, it's probably changed the game as far as, we can send power down now or whatever through satellites, I think. Elon put out this post along with Starlink yesterday. So SpaceX has developed a novel space situational awareness system called Stargaze to maximize safety for all satellites in space. SpaceX will be making Stargaze conjunction data available to all operators free of charge. By providing this ephemeris sharing and conjunction screening service free of charge, we hope to motivate operators to take similar steps towards ephemeris sharing and safe flight. Now, by other operators, they mean those who also have satellites in space. So if you know of anyone, tell them to check their spam for this email message because this seems important so all the satellites don't just converge on each other.
And then it just crash into each other.
Because I think at some point, right, you got to start talking about, okay, who's allowed to put satellites into space? And then how do you tell them no? And surely we can just watch other countries putting satellites up there, right? Like we just know like when they're doing it.
I would think so. That would be the only reason I'd want to go to space is just to see all the space junk. Like as soon as you get out of the
They say there's a lot, right? I think there's like a whole bunch.
There's a whole bunch. Yeah, I would love to just fly
Can't
through
see it with my eyes.
the space trash.
Yeah.
And then I'd be like, okay, turn it around. I'm ready to go back home.
And then so Elon quoted in the post, SpaceX is now providing positional awareness of objects in Earth orbit to all satellite operators for free. This will greatly reduce the probability of collisions that create orbital debris, space junk hazards. Because if we're going to be traveling consistently, this is step one. Artemis 2 is step one. The next is, I believe Elon's got on the books and not Starlink, but what's the other one? The flight one, the big one, SpaceX.
Mm-hmm.
They're ready to launch their super rocket thing, their heaviest rocket ever. And so the next step is go to the moon. After Artemis 2, we're going to the moon.
Right.
Again.
And
then we're building.
Allegedly.
We're building houses on the moon.
Okay. Well, good for whoever wants to
Easy
do
1,
that.
2, 3. Step 1, 2, 3.
Super easy.
Go around the moon, go to the moon, build houses on the moon.
They also need a separate rocket for like the wood and the nails that need to go to the moon. I don't know how that works either.
I think it's more of a Lincoln log system they're going with.
Lego,
like
maybe?
Click it.
Just click
it and stick it.
Yeah.
So.
Okay. We got Bill Russell, who's on the line, wants to talk to us about space.
Bill Russell, president of the Lake Norman Chamber of Commerce, jumping in this morning on it. What you think, sir? You heading on to space next week?
Okay, I called in to educate you.
Thank you.
Because
you were around. Wait a second. You were around. Never mind. Go ahead. Sorry.
I was 10 years old, yes. Not only did Collins fly around the moon, he was also instructed if the capsule couldn't get back off the lunar surface, he had to leave them behind. There was going to be no second chances. There was no. He was going to have to make that decision. So
this is when they landed on the moon in the 60s. Is this what you're talking about?
Yes, you had Aldrin and Armstrong that were on the moon. But if they couldn't leave, if they couldn't take off, Collins was instructed, you don't have enough to get you home. You've got to come on back.
Bill, the real question everyone's wondering, official confirmation as president of Lake Norman Chamber of Commerce in full representation of the board and every member that's on it, did we go to the moon?
We not only went to the moon, we are on the moon.
Okay. All right. Well, if Bill Russell says it, then that makes it fact. You convinced me, Bill.
Great job, Bill. Great investigative journalism there.
Appreciate you.
Love to hear
You're on the
stories.
team now, Bill.
I can't wait to sit in front of the TV as well and see this new launch, too. That'll be cool.
Go Google it and read about that because that's very interesting about the decisions that we're going to have to make.
I love it. Thanks, Bill.
All right, buddy. Have a great weekend.
You too. Stay safe out there.
Afternoon, make it into the low 40s, and of course, all eyes on a snowy Saturday around the Carolinas. A couple of inches could stack up around the Lake Norman area. Could be some folks with less or some with more, depending on where dry pockets and some heavier bands set up. But it's cold, 20s all day, and then travel concerns likely linger into Sunday. That's your forecast. From the WSIC Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Chase Myers.
Here's your WSIC community calendar.
Let's start in Mooresville, where Sail Again Children's Consignment is back.
Sail Again runs February 4th through the 8th at a new location, the Merino Mill Complex. with entrance at 200 Brawley Avenue.
Early shopping starts Wednesday, February 4th, with additional early access on Thursday. And then it's free public shopping Friday through Sunday. For times, tickets, and all the details, head to saleagainlkn.com.
Next up, if you're ready for a night out that's a little more dramatic.
The Murder Mystery Dinner featuring Sigmund Theatrical happens February 13th and 14th at 7 p.m.
This is a fully interactive experience where a museum setting turns into a live whodunit.
It's dinner, theater, intrigue, and suspense all rolled into one. And yes, perfect for Valentine's weekend.
Get ticket and location info at mooresvilleevents.com/OurTownStage.
And finally, head north to Statesville to warm up with some serious creativity.
Featuring incredible quilts, needlework, and handcrafted art from talented makers across the region.
Whether you're a longtime quilter, like myself,
or just appreciate the skill
and patience,
this one's worth checking out.
The Quilting and Needle Art Extravaganza at the Statesville Civic Center. Admission is $5. For more details, visit downtownstatesville.com.
For more Lake Norman news, weather updates, events, job opportunities, and real estate information, visit liveworkplaylkn.com.
That's liveworkplaylkn.com.
Good morning, LKN is back with more shenanigans and spotless cleaning support because this show's messier than your kitchen. WSIC, local, starts here.
Good morning, LKN. 7:48. All right, we've learned there's a group of people who do believe we went to space already. That do believe that it went down
We went to
the
the
way
moon.
the story is told.
And if Bill Russell says it, then it's fact. I
It's
believe.
got to be true. It's got to be true. Is this true? Hasbro shareholders not happy with the company right now. I guess they're not okay with the newest trend that's been going on. And I've told you about it. The playing card scene. You know, like a baseball cards
Okay.
and all that. Like it's got really popular. Pokemon also super
Collectible
popular.
cards.
Collectible trading cards. Supposedly Hasbro's being sued by its own shareholders for printing an influx of Magic cards, destroying the long-term value of the brand. And this is per PC Gamer. And so by creating these cards to try to capitalize on the dollars, right, in the moment, the shareholders of Hasbro say, no. You're taking away from really what it's really about for
The
us.
value of the cards. Does it say what Magic cards? Is that a kind of trading card thing? Magic cards are.
Can
or
you really
Magic
put a
cards
value
are-
on Magic?
Yeah. Also, it's Magic, so they could just disappear at any moment.
Now, and you got to keep in mind the brands that are under Hasbro. Barbie, Monopoly, Nerf, Play-Doh, Peppa Pig. I mean, big brands.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you go throwing in some Magic cards in there, and they just mess the whole
Hey,
equation
but
up.
the Magic card's a big deal.
That's what they're trying to get in on it, you know?
Right.
And I imagine there's a bunch of other board games. You know, you can just look and see for Hasbro on them when they're, you know, like
there's
Twister.
a bunch of
Twister
games.
probably is
Hasbro
under there.
owns a lot of stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. PJ Masks also. I didn't know they were in the TV show so hard, too.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So, or maybe they just got the.
Well, you
got
gotta, like,
They got
commercialize
the,
it. Yeah.
they got the
toys.
rights to do it. Yep. Yep.
So Hasbro shareholders not happy. So.
Okay.
Interesting.
But the Magic card scene, I don't know if it's necessarily slowing down. Kids still talking about.
Well,
this
I feel like I've gone to malls, Justin, and it's like, there's only like a couple of stores and then like random like trading card, or like a bunch of tables laid out for like Magic card
for them,
competitions, like,
specifically
Oh,
for
yeah.
them.
for competitions.
Mhm.
Whether
It's
like,
coming back.
So
Yeah,
Magic
people do it.
cards, that's a kind of trading card. That's like a Magic card.
It's like a
Pokemon
game, too.
card.
I think it's a game.
It's a game. Okay.
Yes, it is a game. Like
don't know how you win
Pokemon,
it.
not like Pokemon. It's like a card game, so it's got
There's
some
characters,
strategy. Yeah,
There's like resources
I
probably.
evoke a spell of.
There's probably weapons.
Like Dungeons and Dragons.
Similar. In the sense of like,
a
You're
game.
It's like
getting
storytelling the
Yeah.
game. You're like making a story from the game.
You can control your own story.
My brain's about to explode. I have no idea what's happening. I could never comprehend
It's
this
like
thing. You
if
guys are
you
on a
were a
different
witch
level.
and Justin was a wizard,
Right.
and you could do magic
On paper.
right? Except you can't do. So you just
Do I
have
write
it
it
on
down?
paper. No, it comes in the card, so you get the trading card like box.
Okay.
And multiple cards. And you don't necessarily know which your abilities are going to be.
Correct.
Because every box is different.
Well, yes.
And you can collect more.
The magic chooses the wizard.
Yeah.
Okay.
And the wizard can trade or pay more for the magic.
Oh, you can buy magic.
Well, I mean, if somebody's got a spell you want,
It's an open market.
right? Wizards like money too.
Yeah.
Okay. Good to know.
Get my gems and go.
Boy, I'm confused. You know what? I'm
Yep.
not confused about though. Ketchup. Let's talk about something I understand.
Well done, Mamie.
So whenever you go to the fridge and you get the ketchup and it, the little you squeeze it out and well, I found
I'm
a way.
familiar.
I found a way that you can never run out of ketchup again. We've got. I thought this was AI at first, but it's for real. The keg chup.
Oh,
Hines is
nice.
introducing the keg chup.
I got this video. You, want me to-
You got it? You got it? All right, let's listen to the video. Let's watch the video, and then we'll talk about it.
Oh yeah.
This is epic.
Artemis who?
Right. We don't need to go to space. They got no ketchup in space.
We need to go to the bottom of the ketchup. Oh yeah.
Keg
If-
chup.
If beer can be kegged, why can't Heinz?
Oh, smooth. It's so smooth, Justin. Justin.
Introducing the Heinz keg chup.
Oh my goodness.
This is definitely the newest appliance on the
Is
counter.
this
right
the
here.
best thing ever? Yes, this is going on the counter. You do not refrigerate.
So this is a
beauty.
bigger version than the commercialized pumps that you
Right.
see, where it's just the bucket, kind of the old
Right.
school barrel looking style one. But this is a keg. This is full keg.
You have a chance to win your very own keg chup from Heinz. Like the post, head over to Heinz on Instagram. Like the post, follow Heinz, and tag 2 friends in the comment, which is you guys. You guys are I don't know if you have any social media, Justin, but I'm gonna make you one so I can tag you in here.
There we go.
No purchase necessary. Blah blah blah. Ends 129, which was yesterday. But yeah,
If
someone has
beer
a
can be
chance.
kegged, so can ketchup.
That's right.
Hey,
that's
dip
right.
responsibly.
Dip responsibly. So this is for the big game, aka the Super Bowl. But they're rolling this one out. Somebody's gonna win. Could you imagine
So
going to
much
somebody's
ketchup.
house?
Jesus.
Go to somebody's house for their
Oh,
Super Bowl
my.
party.
You got any mustard? Get out! Get out! Not this house.
You guys know the feeling of going to the fridge. You got your fries. You pull the ketchup out of the fridge, and then you get the little,
What?
air. Like, or just a little ketchup water.
I
that
like the
comes
little
out.
pump, so you ain't got to deal with the crust around the lid. You know what I
Right.
mean? Like the 6-month-old ketchup
solves
and the 8-month-old
so-
bottle.
This solves so many problems.
Duns.
I know you like ketchup, Justin. I don't know about Bill's liking ketchup. I don't know. Are you a ketchup guy?
I like ketchup.
Okay.
I'm
Yeah,
about to
there
go
you
with
go.
what
Okay.
David suggested, turn this into pudding instead.
Right.
Though. Just squirt that right onto the pizza.
Yeah.
That's the way that'll go. Speaking of the Super Bowl, word on the street, prediction markets will not have commercials during the Super Bowl. So Polymarket, Kalshi, other prediction platforms, supposedly, this is from Front Office Sports. I don't know if that's a joke or not.
Oh,
they're
they're
real.
not allowed to advertise?
Supposedly the NFL is saying they do not want prediction markets
I love
to
the term
advertise.
prediction markets.
Prediction
Yes.
Is that
markets.
not-
Betting
What is the
platforms
difference? Yeah.
is what it is.
Well,
right?
you can't bet on Polymarket in the U.S.
Right.
U.S. does not let you place bets. Kalshi, you can,
Okay.
and that's a prediction platform.
It's a prediction platform.
It's
Not a betting.
I'm not
predicting
gambling.
things.
Not a gambling platform, prediction
The
platform.
internet says it's going to happen.
I can't wait
It's
till
a sure thing.
The
till
internet will it
all of
so.
the what are they called? Prop bets, all the side bets of like all the things that'll happen at the Super Bowl. I love playing those.
Oh yeah, we'll have to look into those next week in our build
we'll,
up.
we'll look at those. I'm putting.
We'll make it a game.
Let's see. The assignment desk is going to assign that one to Bill. Bill, you
Okay.
get that one too.
Excellent. Awesome.
It was a round robin thing.
Yeah.
and
Yeah,
then,
round robin, you got that
It
one
just
too.
happened to be the next
Big
one
week
up
next
again.
week. Space and
Space and Super Bowl.
All right.
So they're on the prohibited list of categories, is what they're saying. And you would imagine Polymarket and Kalshi have some dollars to spend. So for the NFL to say that they don't want them,
Mm-hmm.
it does make you wonder, because years ago you know, if we remember, what was it? What was his name? Sam Bankman-Fried.
Oh yeah, Samuel.
FTX. Is that
everywhere? FTX. FTX
everywhere. And Crypto.com.
It was on the umpires. It was
all
on
of the crypto
stadiums.
platforms. Buku bucks toward the Super Bowl. I mean, that was huge.
Does that mean like DraftKings and stuff too can't advertise? Because they advertise like crazy.
Okay, so maybe DraftKings, the lobbyists, right?
Right.
Are pushing out the prediction platforms.
What's the other one? It's DraftKings and there's another.
Because Polymarket does have sports. Keep in mind, they do have sports. It's just currently you cannot bet on Polymarket in the U.S. with a U.S. IP address.
Okay.
And that's all I'll say about that. There's FanDuel, DraftKings. I'm sure we'll see those.
You'll definitely see those. I'm sure they bought the rights. That's got to be what it is, right?
Right.
Maybe.
Oh, maybe they bought the like exclusive rights.
I think you're right, Justin. Some lobbying has gone down.
Yeah. Oh, that makes sense now.
We'll see what kind of lobbying happens for Anna's archives. We'll see how free thinkers like this one, the big music's taking them on, and it's going down. So
this is the Spotify.
This was there was the leak. Spotify was hacked. When that happened, we're like, why would that matter? Who cares? But then if you think about the way that music rights work and how you get dollars, it's really through the URLs, the exact address of the website that you go to listen to the music on. That then triggers in their system, give them a penny, right? Or whatever the number is.
So I think it's a quarter penny every 10-second listen.
Yeah.
So Anna's archive obviously is the one who, I don't know whether they were the ones who stole it, but they obviously ended up with all of the music that got uploaded to their platform. It had since been taken down through a court order, their server. And then now, Spotify, Universal, Warner, and Sony suing Anna's archive for $13 trillion for alleged direct copyright infringement and other claims.
13 trillion. The trillion's the new billion, I guess.
I don't know how you calculate the losses in the music world.
How do you come up with $13 trillion? That's crazy.
Here's what I don't know because I've never been to Anna's
try to
archive.
Scare anybody else from doing it.
I guess.
That's definitely part of it.
Why not make it 100 trillion?
I don't know if Anna's archive also included download the file here, like a Napster, like a LimeWire.
That's what I'm wondering. Is this like that?
But even if you downloaded music anymore, what are you going to do with it? Can you upload music into iTunes anymore for your iPod? Can you do that anymore? Is that how music works?
Like through Apple Music, you can download it directly to your phone. So like,
but that's from Apple Music,
right? But that's what I'm saying. If you can download it, there's people who
maybe get it in your library somehow.
Yeah, you add it to your music library. You can add it to your device.
I remember how to do that with LimeWire. I don't know how to do that nowadays with.
I've done it before when I've been flying because you kind of lose cell service when you're in the air. So I've downloaded podcasts and things, but not music.
I guess I did it wrong. Hold on 1 second. Hey, Mom, turn off the CD burner. Yeah, no, we don't need that anymore. No. I'll tell the kids that they can't sell them for $5 anymore. No, I'll tell them. Yeah. Okay, thanks.
Yeah. You take care of that one? Okay.
Oh, sorry.
I do love this logo, Anna's Archives logo. It's just amazing.
Classic.
They spent the most time making this logo.
Well, when you've got $13 trillion to be sued for, you really
I got to make money. I don't have time to make a logo. Type it out.
It's not about the
colors.
I
wonder what the benefit was, because there's certainly like free plans and stuff with Spotify. I know you might have some commercials and stuff.
I think there's a chance for Anna's here. They need to come out strong here. It's not about the music. We just want to dance.
That's it.
That's how
dance stance.
Then they'll win the people.
Yes.
And that's what matters.
We'll be right back with more Good Morning LKN and zero judgment about your dirty dishes. Spotless cleaning gets it. WSIC. Local starts here.
WSIC 105.9 FM, 100.7 FM, 1400 AM, Statesville, Lake Norman's home for local talk radio. WSIC. Local starts here.
President Trump has found the new head for the Fed. I'm Dave Anthony, Fox News.
We should have the lowest interest rate anywhere in the world. They should be 2 points and even 3 points lower.
And now President Trump has nominated a replacement for Federal Reserve Chairman Jerome Powell, Kevin Warsh, a former Fed governor and current Stanford University business professor who last year called for regime change at the Fed. The president just posting on Truth Social, Warsh will never let you down.
Kevin Warsh is somebody that the president has known for several years. He served in a economic advisory capacity during his first first term. He's now been nominated by the president to succeed Jerome Powell when his term ends in May. We all know the back and forth there, some of the frustration the president has had with Powell when it comes to interest rates.
Fox's Alexandria Hoff at the White House. The president is also suing one of his own government agencies, filing a $10 billion lawsuit against the IRS over leaks of his tax records that were made public. In the anger and protests over immigration enforcement in Minnesota, there is a call for people across America to ice out today. Skip work or school. Don't shop. Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem tells Fox Democratic leaders should
change their rhetoric because it is encouraging the kind of violence that we see on their streets today.
Democrats in Congress are demanding ICE reforms, and as Fox's Bill Malugin reports from the Capitol, that could shut the government down again.
Here's what's at stake here. 78% of the federal government is going to run out of funding tonight at 11:59 p.m. The Senate is considering a package of 6 funding bills to fix that, including that DHS funding bill. But both House and Senate Democrats say they will not vote for that bill because it funds ICE and doesn't reform the agency.
Well, there's a compromise being worked out to fund everything but DHS through September and give Homeland Security just 2 weeks of funding, but that's unlikely to be approved before tonight's deadline. Israel's going to reopen a border crossing between Gaza and Egypt, closed for almost 2 years, days after recovering the last dead hostage Hamas captured in the terror attack in 2023. America's listening to Fox News.
Welcome back to Winter Hack Radio, the place for clever hacks to survive the season. Icy driveway? Well, try spreading sand or birdseed to help with traction. Snowy puppy paws? Well, grab a whisk, brush it off, done. Catch COVID-19? Well, just get...
Actually, there's no hack for COVID-19. But if you test positive, prescription medications for COVID exist. Ask your doctor if they're right for you. Visit PfizerForAll.com to learn more. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Pizza's here. Oh, great. I'd love some, but I'm worried about my stomach issues.
If you're worried about having diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or loose, oily stools, it may not just be stomach issues. It could be a condition called exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI. With EPI, the pancreas doesn't release enough enzymes to break down food, but EPI is manageable. Use the symptom checker on identifyepi.com and talk to your doctor. That's identifyepi.com. Sponsored by AbbVie.
An invitation to Russia from Ukraine.
Volodymyr Zelensky with a public invitation to Russian President Vladimir Putin. Meet me in my capital for peace talks. Ukrainian President Zelensky says final agreements on a plan to end the war can only be reached at a leaders' meeting. This as negotiators from Ukraine, Russia and the United States prepare to meet again this weekend. President Trump, meanwhile, says his Russian counterpart has agreed not to fire at Ukraine's main cities for a week. Hundreds of apartments in Kyiv and elsewhere have been left without power during extremely cold temperatures. Jonathan Savage, Fox News.
Speaking of the president, he's putting a tighter squeeze on Cuba.
President Trump has signed an executive order that would impose a tariff on any goods from countries that sell or provide oil to Cuba. It's a move that puts pressure on Mexico to distance itself from the communist island, already under strict economic sanctions from the U.S. Mexican President Claudia Sheinbaum says her government had temporarily stopped oil shipments to Cuba, while adding it was a sovereign decision not made under pressure from the White House. In the wake of this month's ouster of former Venezuelan President Nicolas Maduro, Trump has said the Cuban government is ready to fall. Tom Rigotti, Fox News.
On Wall Street, stock futures are falling ahead of today's trading. Days before the Winter Olympics start in Italy, an American skier making a comeback. Lindsey Vonn, who won gold in 2010, is injured.
She crashed today in her final race ahead of the Olympics and injured her left knee. After treatment on the course, Vonn slowly skied to the finish line and then limped to a tent where she got medical attention and then was airlifted from the course. Her participation in the coming Olympics now in question as she is scheduled for her first race February 8th. Vonn had retired from the sport for nearly 6 years before she began to come back competing with a partial titanium implant in her knee.
That's Jared Max. I'm Dave Anthony, and this is Fox News.
Well, chilly, but overall our Friday's in pretty good shape. Some extra clouds rolling in. Our highs for the afternoon make it into the low 40s, and of course, all eyes on a snowy Saturday around the Carolinas. A couple of inches could stack up around the Lake Norman area. Could be some folks with less or some with more, depending on where dry pockets and some heavier bands set up. But it's cold. 20s all day, and then travel concerns likely linger into Sunday. That's your forecast. From the WSIC Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Chase Myers.
Looking for an upscale night out? Welcome to VIN 110 in Cornelius, Lake Norman's destination for great drinks, great bags, and live music. With over 500 whiskeys, 100 wines, a full craft cocktail list, and small plates kitchen, we built something special. Enjoy live music every Thursday, Friday, Saturday, monthly comedy nights, and curated wine and whiskey tastings. VIN 110, where your night becomes the main event. Find us at 19712 1 Norman Boulevard, Suite 110 in Cornelius.
Good morning, LKN is back with more shenanigans and spotless cleaning support because this show's messier than your kitchen. WSIC, local, starts here.
Good morning, LKN. 8:06. Happy FriYAY to you. We're getting closer to the weekend. We're making it. You're going to make it. Hands on 10 and 2, eyes forward, safe distance. If you need to, jack up that heater a little bit for the morning time. We'll get a look at the streets, 8:15. Also going to talk with Chase Myers, WSIC meteorologist, keeping us apprised this weekend of the snow. I don't want to be the top signal here, but it's looking like it's pretty much going to snow in some way, shape, or form throughout Lake Norman.
But this time,
and North Charlotte.
Like last week, everybody was canceling everything. And
oh yeah,
that's
not happening this time.
No, I just got a text confirmation for my spa appointment. Like, are you coming? And I was like, sure, I'm coming.
And I think there's probably definitely
on Saturday. Yeah,
this is going to be the round because you close business for 1 week, and it's like, okay, we'll deal with it.
Mm-hmm.
But you go and try to anticipate doing it for 2 weeks in a row.
Especially on the weekends.
Especially when you're starting it on the weekends.
Right.
And you got the kids that have been home all week. So, yeah, I think this one's going to be much more of a touch and go. You're going to have some places that are like, no, you can make it. You can make it.
I think people are tired of being stuck inside, too.
Yeah.
So they're going to try to get out there. I was at Birkdale a couple days ago, and it was dead. And I thought school was out and everything. And so I thought it would be busier. And I think
people just stayed in.
Just
I think
stayed
the
in.
ice is what kept people in, right? They don't want to slip and fall. Don't want to get hurt on the way there, which is good. And it's just bitterly cold out,
it's
too.
Really cold. It's really cold. So inside the restaurants, there were, but usually, you go to Birkdale, even when it's chilly outside, there's lots of people walking around. And I thought with school, it would be a little busier. The restaurants, the stores inside were busy. I think people just were like going in, then going to their car and going straight home instead of kind of walking around. But
great place to visit in Davidson, Sincerely Tea House. I think
Love that
Damien
place.
and Sandy going to be joining us this morning, 8:30. Looking forward to chat with them, see what's going on. Last time we were there, Damien giving us the insight as to how the tea game works, all the different kinds of teas. And they've got some cool individual kind of concepts throughout the day. Music is a big part of it.
Mm-hmm.
And so if you're looking for a great atmosphere, if you're into the tea scene, thinking about the tea scene, and you really want that knowledge level, Sincerely Tea House in Davidson is your spot. They'll be coming
authentic
in at 8:30.
tea, authentic vibes.
Yeah, Damien brought their dad last time, played some music for us.
Oh, yeah.
Fun times.
Vaughn also going to be joining us. He's the host of the Home Ad Show Monday through Friday, 9 to 11. Whether you're buying, selling, or celebrating, happy to chat with him at 8:45. See what's going on in his world. How his first kind of full week's panning out. If he's ready to run out the door.
He hasn't had a full week yet. We were out Monday.
Technically, yeah. So technically, I guess, we're just getting started here.
I don't think he's going to get a full week this month or anytime this month.
A few things happening federally.
Okay.
Let's go through a couple of these. Obviously, the situation in Minneapolis, if you haven't been following it at all, it's gotten pretty wild up there. The ICE situation, as far as ICE agents, people from the public, those who are not legally supposed to be present. So there's the whole combination. There's a lot of concern with agitation and protesters and things like that. Now, we have the right to protest.
Mm-hmm.
There's the debate right now, are these organized protests intentionally to disrupt with the purpose of trying to invoke violence? Now that's a little bit different likely than what the Constitution is talking about as far as your right to free speech, right to assemble. But here's Tom Hammond. He is the head czar guy, right, for Border Patrol. He's been with multiple presidents, I think all the past 8. And I think he addresses that here in this clip. Here was his briefing yesterday about Minneapolis and the current situation.
Again, with the agreements we've achieved and following through the agreements, with the rhetoric dropping down, that allows us to pull more agents out once we feel the environment's safer. I begged for the last 2 months on TV for the rhetoric to stop. I said in March, if the rhetoric didn't stop, there's going to be bloodshed. And there has been. I wish I wasn't right. I don't want to see anybody die. Not officers, not members of the community, and not the targets of our operations. For the people out there who don't like what ICE is doing, if you want certain laws reformed, then take it up with Congress. Again, ICE is making this up. They're enforcing laws enacted by Congress and signed by the president. The same laws have been on the books for the last 6 presidents I worked for. I started with President Reagan and ending with President Trump. Every administration, we enforce the same laws. If you don't like what ICE is doing, instead of protesting this building, go protest Congress. Tell me what changes. If you have your First Amendment rights, I support that. You have the right.
All right, so he's obviously making the point here. Well, wait a second. We didn't make these rules. We're here to enforce. This is the part of the government where it's not about what rules we choose not to and not not enforce. We should enforce the ones that are on the books. If you want them changed, go to the people who change the laws, and that would be Congress.
You need to be writing your Congress people.
The question is, though, will anything actually happen?
Well, no, but at least you can say that you did the right, like you tried to affect change. And I think if there's enough, because our elected officials are elected by the people. So if they see that the people want a different way, like the majority of the people want it a different way, then that may force them to make changes, even if personally that's not what they want. They serve the people. That's their job.
And it's interesting because the media for a long time, and look, we're a media organization ourselves. And so when you're in it, you realize that you do have the ability to, say, hey, what's going to be put out on air and what's not. It's one of the reasons why we let a lot of variety of hosts come in and we don't tell them what to say, right? We do that pretty consistently. You can ask some of the people that have gotten mad at us for that. Trust me, we don't tell people what to say. And for in this scenario in particular, are there agitator protests, organized protests purely with the intention of disrupting? Someone, let's say, who lives in Oregon is paid with a playbook to go to Minneapolis and cause trouble on purpose, and the more trouble they cause, the higher they get paid. Is that a system we're okay with when we're talking about the right to gather, the right to free speech, and the right to protest? Is that really what we think that it should be? Because that's what, and it's out there. You can call it a conspiracy theory if you want, but it's pretty much out there. That's what's going on in a lot of instances.
I will say the thing that I love about this country, and I've never lived in another one, but I've visited other countries, but the things I love about this country is that you do have the right to free speech, right? You can say, I don't agree with what the government, the president, the elected officials are doing. I don't have to worry about going to jail for it, right? Now, if I do something illegal, I need to worry about going to jail about that. But I can just stand out there with my sign. I saw a protest yesterday in Davidson. They were protesting ICE over the bridge. They don't have to worry about getting arrested for protesting something that they don't agree with. But I don't think that, having people go to different states and stuff like that, like busing people in, I don't see how that is effective.
Yeah, free speech should work for everybody equally, and that's easier said than done. President Trump also believes in free speech. Clearly, some of the stuff he's talking about, based on the fact that Canada has wrongfully, illegally, and steadfastly refused to certify the Gulfstream 500, 600, 700, 800 jets, one of the greatest, most technological advanced airplanes ever made. We are hereby decertifying their Bombardier Global Expresses and all aircraft made in Canada until such time as Gulfstream, a great American company, is fully certified. Thank you for your attention to this matter.
We'll be right back with more Good Morning LKN and zero judgment about your dirty dishes. Spotless cleaning gets it. WSIC. Local starts here.
Well, chilly, but overall our Friday's in pretty good shape. Some extra clouds rolling in. Our highs for the afternoon make it into the low 40s. And, of course, all eyes on a snowy Saturday around the Carolinas. A couple of inches could stack up around the Lake Norman area. Could be some folks with less or some with more, depending on where dry pockets and some heavier bands set up, but it's cold. 20s all day, and then travel concerns likely linger into Sunday. That's your forecast. From the WSIC Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Chase Myers.
Give the gift of wow. Shop at Harrison's. They'll be all smiles in new Carhartt. Harriet has layers they'll love, and there's nothing merrier than a pair of Tecovas. Find gifts for everyone at the home of Work Western and wow in Mooresville or at harrisonsusa.com.
Here's your WSIC community calendar.
Let's start in Mooresville, where Sail Again Children's Consignment is back.
Sail Again runs February 4th through the 8th at a new location, the Merino Mill Complex, with entrance at 200 Brawley Avenue.
Early shopping starts Wednesday, February 4th, with additional early access on Thursday. And then it's free public shopping Friday through Sunday. For times, tickets, and all the details, head to sailagainlkn.com.
Next up, if you're ready for a night out that's a little more dramatic.
The Murder Mystery Dinner featuring Sigmund Theatrical happens February 13th and 14th at 7 p.m.
This is a fully interactive experience where a museum setting turns into a live whodunit.
It's dinner, theater, intrigue, and suspense all rolled into one. And yes, perfect for Valentine's weekend.
Get ticket and location info at mooresvilleevents.com/ourtownstage.
And finally, head north to Statesville to warm up with some serious creativity.
Featuring incredible quilts, needlework, and handcrafted art from talented makers across the region.
Whether you're a longtime quilter, like myself,
or just appreciate the skill
and patience,
this one's worth checking out.
The Quilting and Needle Art Extravaganza at the Statesville Civic Center. Admission is $5. For more details, visit downtownstatesville.com.
For more Lake Norman news, weather updates, events, job opportunities, and real estate information, visit liveworkplaylkn.com.
That's liveworkplaylkn.com.
Good morning, LKN is back with more shenanigans and spotless cleaning support because this show's messier than your kitchen. WSIC, local, starts here.
Good morning, LKN. 8:18. Happy FriYAY to you. Rolling on in closer to 9 o'clock. Usually about that time is when we say, okay, do you need a note? Do you not? Not sure. Let's find out. ICATS.com, alternative transportation. $3 each day, each way to commute from Iredell County down to the city of Charlotte. Cruising in the HOV lane with David. Good morning, sir. How are things looking?
Hey, guys. Overall, things are looking pretty good out here. North and southbound flowing pretty good. Except your traffic location. City-wise, pretty good. Old Brookshire Freeway was looking pretty decent. No problems there. We are currently on coming up on the exit 19B. Conditions and traffic, both favorable. Looking really good out here. So we hope we can enjoy this last day on the roads for probably a few days. It'll be good.
Iredell Statesville schools on the remote learning day. CMS was on that 2-hour delay. So for those on the regular commute in, hopefully it's going smooth for you. Patient pants still always required. Keep those hands 10 and 2. David, we so appreciate you, sir. Hope you have a great, wonderful day. And be safe this weekend. Enjoy some snow.
And y'all as well. Take care. God bless.
All right. We'll see you, sir.
See you.
ICATS.com. $1 from your front door each day to run errands around Iredell County. $1 on Tuesdays. You can go to the VA in Salisbury if you're looking for that. Especially if you've got appointments, make them on Tuesday. The convenience of just for $1 from your front door in Iredell County and $1 to get back to really ultimately make your life easier being that goal. Thursdays, Winston-Salem, same thing. You want to go from your front door in Iredell County, only $1 and $1 to get back. $1 on Fridays. You can go to Hickory if you wanted to. And then again, you can get back for $1. We're planning to chat with Chase Myers, WSIC meteorologist, to break down this snow for the weekend. Now, when I look at what we're seeing from the totals this morning on the maps, from the national weather side, about 8 inches. Whether that's true or not.
I've seen anywhere between like 3 and 16 inches is what I've been seeing back and forth on different weather sites. Chase Myers, you'll be very proud to know I have stayed off my Apple weather, just like you told me. I'm trying to be good, but all the other stuff is inundating my timeline.
Chase calling in now to chat with us about what this weekend looks like. And he did say earlier in the week he would need to check in with us because, you know, these weather systems, the way that they move, right? They move slow or they move fast and things change rapidly. And so we got to get an update here. Chase Myers, WSIC meteorologist, joins us this morning. All right, sir, what are we thinking? How are we feeling? We've made it to Friday. I've kept all of the anticipation inside of my body, but now I've made it and I'm ready to release. What you thinking for the weekend?
Got all this pent up energy.
That's it.
Well, I'll tell you, I think it's looking pretty good to have at least a decent snowfall around the Lake Norman area, and really all across the Carolinas and across Virginia. We haven't really had an all snow event in a while, at least one that was, I guess, fun rather than destructive. But that's kind of what we're looking at this weekend. I really think the earliest it starts is in the mountains this afternoon and early this evening. But I think it's probably later tonight after sunset, 9, 10, 11 o'clock before it starts around our area. So this is really going to continue overnight tonight into Saturday. It's mainly a Saturday event. I think for most of us it shuts off late Saturday night or very early in the overnight hours on Sunday morning. Now, the big question, of course, has been, what is it going to be and how much of whatever we get is it going to be? And this is, again, an all-snow event. Like, we're not looking at any sleet. We're not looking at any ice with this one. It's just so cold, and the moisture source is off the coast. So we're far away from that, which means we really don't have to worry about warm air. So this is going to be all snow, dry, fluffy snow. So honestly, it's kind of hard to make a snowman or make a snowball out of because it is so dry. It doesn't pack as good. But once you let the sun come out a little on Sunday and melt it just a little bit, that should help it pack a little better. So if you want to make a snowman, that Sunday is kind of going to be your day. Now, the caveat with this is I think there's going to be some places that have dry slotting or dry air, and then there's going to be some places that really have a lot of those heavier bands. So if you kind of think about this like a summertime pop-up thunderstorm type setup, it makes a little more sense. Like, you know, I would say generally like a 2 to 5 inches seems good for our area. But with that caveat, with the folks that get dry air, you may only get about an inch or so. The folks that have those heavier bands may get on the 5, 6, 7 type thing. So it could be across the county. You know, it could be across Iredell and Mecklenburg County where you get an inch on the south side and 5 or 6 inches on the north side. So it really is going to mean a lot in where those little pockets set up. But I think in general, 2 to 5 seems like a good bet for our area.
The other thing that keeps popping up from what I'm seeing is wind is a factor with this one, and they're calling it blizzard-like wind. Your thoughts on that? That seems a little, again, a situation that we're making it seem like it's no big deal to get some snow, you know, even an inch. But you throw an inch in with blizzard-like and you can't see anywhere. What's going on there, you think?
Well, that's a really good point too. So what this is it's not our typical snowstorm from the south. You know, everybody says, well, if you want to get a good snow around here, it's got to come up from the south. There's some truth to that, but with this, it's a good setup. But this is really what we call one of those nor'easters. So easiest way to think about it is almost like a winter tropical storm. You know, it's forming off the coast, and it's going to have big-time wind along the beaches. And I honestly think, you know, places like along the Outer Banks that see erosion problems and see those houses wash out, this honestly could be another setup like that for those folks. There is going to be some beach erosion with the wind and the way that it's coming in from the northeast. That's going to cause some problems on the Outer Banks. And wind gusts for those folks could easily be in the 40 mile per hour range. For us, the further west you go, the lower the wind gets. But I would say we see some winds kicking up, you know, 20, 25 miles per hour, sort of in the central part of the state. And then a little further west, as you get back towards Charlotte, toward Lake Norman, even up into the mountains, the wind gusts are probably going to be on the order of about 20 miles per hour. So nothing crazy for us, but the further east you go, the higher that wind is going to be, especially in eastern North Carolina and along the Outer Banks and beaches. Those folks not only have snow to worry about, but the wind. So honestly, like blowing snow, we'll probably see some blowing snow alerts or advisories issued, and maybe even some blizzard condition warnings that are issued as well.
I'm wondering for those that have littles and kids, school-age children who have probably definitely gone cuckoo bananas this week. The moving out of the storm after the fact, really dependent, I would imagine, on temperatures and things like that going into early next week. Any indication how long you think it takes to clear this one out? There's still patches of ice, around there. Iredell Statesville Schools is on a remote day today. CMS even was still 2-hour delay today. What do you think the effect is kind of looking into next week, if best case or worst case scenarios, you think?
I'll tell you, when I look at this, I don't ever remember us being out of school this much for something like this. But nonetheless, times have changed. And
well, they're not out. They're just remote learning.
Yeah.
They're remote learning today, right?
Yeah, the remote learning thing. I mean, that's changed the whole ball game. So I'm kind of not surprised that nobody really went into the schools this week. They mostly stayed remote. But also, I mean, the part of the reason this stuff is stuck around, not only the fact, I mean, it's cold. It has been cold. But not only that, when you get so much sleet that falls, it doesn't melt away like snow does. Even the sun can only do so much for it. So those big patches of sleet, when they melt, they're just hard and compacted. So we'll see those areas stick around for a while, especially in shaded areas. The piles that have been piled up, in the parking lots, that's going to be there probably until the end of February at this rate. But when you add this on top of what we have, you're right. The cold is going to be big time. I mean, we could have single-digit lows, wind chills below zero as we go into Sunday morning in places. And then we really don't warm up until the middle of next week. We struggle to get up above freezing even by then. So I would expect, whatever falls, the roads are going to go downhill pretty quickly. So be advised by that. If you have Saturday plans, probably rethinking those. So travel, I expect, even with the system moving out early Sunday morning, I expect travel still going to be tough on Sunday, probably into Monday, and probably even into Tuesday, especially where the shade is and where there's still icy patches. The nice thing about this snow is, honestly, if you get out there early enough and you're trying to clear porches and sidewalks and stuff, if you get out there early enough before Sunday, then you could honestly, this snow is going to be so dry you could blow it with a leaf blower. But you got to get to it early. So I expect that some stuff's going to stick on the roads and kind of linger early next week, especially Monday and Tuesday.
Chase Myers, WSIC meteorologist, keep us apprised of the snowstorm. I see they're just calling it a winter storm. We don't have a name on this one? Wasn't the last one Fern Gully?
Fern, yeah.
I had a good conversation about this the other day with some folks in the office, and I said, technically speaking, the meteorologist in me gets a little quirky about this. We don't actually name winter storms. Like, they're not hurricanes, they're not tropical storms. We actually don't name them. That was started by the Weather Channel a few years back, and they decided to start putting names on them. So when you hear names, you're like Winter Storm Fern. Well, the Weather Channel kind of made that popular. But actually, if you try to go back and look at records, you're like, wait, what storm was that? There's actually no names for winter storms. So I haven't really seen a name on this one. I'm sure it'll get one, but I guess unless you're watching the Weather Channel, you haven't really heard much about it. And again, last weekend's storm was the first one that could have been a major blow to a lot of us in a while. So I think there was a lot of anticipation leading up to that, and so everybody was calling it Winter Storm Fern. But I don't know what the name is. I haven't seen one because, well, technically there's not one.
Don't worry, we've got one. Winter Storm Chase. It's coming in fast, coming in hot. Got to be ready for it. Chase Myers, WSIC meteorologist. You hear him every 15 minutes on WSIC. You also should sign up for the newsletters, liveworkplaylkn.com. Make it easy for you because you can get the weekend weather outlook every week on Thursday and get a prize. Know what you need to wear. Know what you could do with your plans. Know what needs to change. Anticipate. Be prepared. Chase, we so appreciate you, sir. Drive safe this week and be safe. And, don't you worry. I'm going to make a snowman. I'm definitely going to make one, even if I got to moist up that snow myself.
I want to see it. Y'all have a good weekend.
Local starts here.
Well, chilly, but overall our Friday's in pretty good shape. Some extra clouds rolling in. Our highs for the afternoon make it into the low 40s. And, of course, all eyes on a snowy Saturday around the Carolinas. A couple of inches could stack up around the Lake Norman area. Could be some folks with less or some with more, depending on where dry pockets and some heavier bands set up. But it's cold. 20s all day, and then travel concerns likely linger into Sunday. That's your forecast. For From the WSIC Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Chase Myers.
Bob McIntosh here with the McIntosh Law Firm in Davidson. Serving this community has been a collective passion of our law firm since 1997. We offer the quality legal services and results you would expect from a large downtown firm, but with a personal, community-focused approach right here at home. The McIntosh Law Firm, your local legal resource.
To learn more about the McIntosh Law Firm, visit McIntoshLawFirm.com.
Need a ride? ICATS has you covered. Tuesdays to the VA in Salisbury, Thursday to Winston-Salem, and Fridays to Hickory. Plus, run errands every day around Iredell County for just $1. Visit rideicats.com.
Life can feel overwhelming. Anxiety, depression, grief, trauma. Quick fixes just don't cut it. At the Kohler Group, our licensed faith-based therapists provide care for your whole self, mind, body, and spirit. Healing isn't surface level. It's real, lasting, and centered in God. We accept multiple major insurance carriers and self-pay options, so you can focus on recovery, not paperwork. Take the first step today. Call or text 252-758-8636. Because with God, all things are possible.
Inspire your team and gallop to greatness. Our horses at Willow Equine are outstanding at working with people on leadership and team building skills, perfect for corporate retreats. Visit willowequine.com as you gallop to greatness.
The change of seasons is tough on your system. Dust, wear, and cold snaps test its strength. Let Horn Heating and Air Conditioning prep your home before the holidays, so your heat will be ready when you need it most. Fall into the season of ah. Visit hornhvac.com, where your comfort is our business.
No one should face an empty plate, especially in our own backyard. At Angels and Sparrows, we are feeding families, fueling futures, and fighting poverty every day. But we can't do it without you. Help us keep our plates full. Join our full plate fundraiser at angelsandsparrows.org.
Make your work easier with Eagle Rentals of Troutman and Statesville. Eagle Rentals has generators, heaters, fans, painting equipment, floor care equipment, pressure washers, lighting equipment, and lawn care equipment. Plus, Eagle Rentals has construction equipment like forklifts, bobcat loaders, backhoes, excavators, and more. Reserve online at eaglerentals.com. That's eaglerentals.com.
Don't miss a thing. Download the WSIC News app today. WSIC. Local starts here.
This is a Bloomberg Money Minute. It is official. President Trump has nominated Kevin Warsh to be the next Fed Reserve chair. The president has been putting pressure for months on current chair Jay Powell to cut rates and has repeatedly encouraged him to resign. However, Warsh is a pick investors see as less supportive of deep interest rate cuts. As Fed governor from 2006 to 2011, Warsh sometimes called for higher rates, even as other officials focused on the economic fallout of the financial crisis, often warning of impending inflation. That's why we're seeing the reaction that we're seeing in stocks. Futures are lower this morning. Yesterday, Microsoft tumbled the most since 2020 on concerns it could take a while for its artificial intelligence investments to pay off. The S&P 500 dropped 9 points. However, the Dow gained 55. And another major company announcing job cuts. MasterCard says it's laying off 4% of its workforce globally. The goal is to free up resources and reinvest them in tech. Courtney Donahoe, Bloomberg Radio.
Friendly reminder, don't brake when you see the lake.
WSIC. Local starts here.
Good morning, LKN is back with more shenanigans and spotless cleaning support because this show's messier than your kitchen. WSIC. Local starts here.
Good morning, LKN. 8:34.
Look, we've stepped into a very relaxed tea house right now.
We have Sincerely Tea House. They bring the sincerity to you. That's a nice tagline there. Damien joins us this morning, as well as John, and this is what drinking tea is like. This is it, Damien. Am I doing it right?
Yeah, as long as you have some good music playing and you feel relaxed and calm, then that's basically the experience of drinking tea.
Sincerely Tea House, located in downtown Davidson, 108 South Main Street. Phenomenal location. If you're looking for a place to gather with friends, with family, explore new opportunities, maybe a new season of life where you say, I'm going to try something new in 2026. And that new thing might be tea. Maybe it's new for you. Damien, do you have people that have never tried tea before that come into Sincerely Tea House?
Usually someone's tried at least a certain type of tea, but we do a really good job of bringing all different types of tea from all around the world. So if you have tried tea from China and England and Japan, we have some that you might never have heard of before. Particularly our new menus are going to have Moroccan tea, Turkish, Persian, and we're working on getting a wider selection of Japanese teas, so we're really excited about that.
And I know that that's something you've talked about in the past when you've been in here with us, is that kind of exploring and finding the teas, right? You really want quality for people as a big factor in the tea game. So what's that been like for you as you've done that journey, and then now you found some new ones, obviously you're interested. What caught your eye about those too?
Well, I've always been interested in how tea has spread across the world and become the second most drunk beverage ever. And the fascination I feel is the main driving factor between wanting to bring these different cultures into the tea house. Because I really think there's no bad way to drink tea, but every way is so different and unique, and I just feel the need to share all of them all the time.
I feel like, too, it's not just going and having a really good tasting cup of tea, hot tea, iced tea, whatever it is. It's the experience, right? It's the different ways that you serve it.
Absolutely.
It's the different ways that it's presented. And so it's more than just going into, let's say, a coffee house and grabbing a tea instead of coffee. It's an experience.
Absolutely. That's part of the cultural aspect in it. We try to serve according to how the culture would be serving them, and that makes a big difference in how you enjoy and drink the tea. Sometimes just drinking it out of a paper to-go cup isn't the same as enjoying it the way it should be. It doesn't encourage slow sipping, savoring. Particularly our Japanese teas, there's a big culture of the preparation, the cleanliness. So we try to bring as much of that into the tea house as we can.
Do you have a kind of, I don't want to say favorite culture, because obviously you like them all, but is there one you kind of gravitate toward? If someone says, hey, give us an experience, what would you recommend?
The newest one, the one that I just discovered myself and have been learning about and obsessed with for the last few months. That's always my favorite.
That's your Moroccan one that you
At the moment, that's Moroccan. But I'm also very excited. I have been taste testing the Turkish teas as well, and that's been exciting.
What's different about the Moroccan, like the way you prepare it, the way it tastes? What is it
Moroccan
about it?
mint tea is sweet, very, very sweet, very hot. And I find it particularly fascinating because it's a green tea with fresh mint. So sweet, minty, and as someone who didn't like mint in their tea beforehand, Moroccan mint tea has changed how I think about mint in tea.
Do you grow your own mint? Or
is it fresh mint?
Yeah,
not at the
work?
moment.
Okay.
And we're going to try once it gets a little bit warmer outside, but we've been working very closely with a lovely Moroccan woman to get as much of that fresh mint flavor in a dried variety as we can.
And the gift concept, because we know people that love tea as gifts,
my mom
too.
loved, that was her favorite thing to do, is to go, my mom, whenever she would come visit, go to a high tea or go somewhere and do that. So, yeah, the gift
gift-giving
idea.
side. But what's that been like? And is it easy for someone, if they have someone in their life that loves tea, y'all can help them out by providing a cool, unique gift?
Absolutely. We sell all of our teas in packages. And a lot of people come in and discover a tea they've never had before and want to share it with someone who's on the other side of the country, send it to them where they're going to visit. We had a lovely woman who came in and had never heard of our tea house, but received 3 packages of our tea for Christmas. And that was just lovely to see her. All right, well, I got to go in here now.
She obviously liked it if she was coming in after, too, which is a great sign.
Right. Okay, so we have this wintry weather. I can't think of a better thing to do than, because I don't go out and play in the snow. So sit inside, nice cup of tea. Could people come by today?
Absolutely. We're not sure. We have rescheduled some of our events that were supposed to happen Saturday, Sunday, because of the incoming storm.
Right.
Better to plan.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. But we have a lot of events, but we are open if you just want to wander in for a hot cup, wrap your hands around something warm, stay, listen to some lovely music, have a nice fresh baked good. it's a lovely place to take a break from the cold outside,
Yes.
for sure.
You had an event last week that had to be rescheduled. Can you tell us about that?
Yeah, we were going to have a Moroccan mint night, but we had to promptly reschedule to, unfortunately, after Ramadan. So March 28th, a little bit of a ways out there, but we'll still have Moroccan mint tea on the menu soon, so you can try it before that.
Come in and try it.
You can go to sincerelyteahouse.com. That's their website, sincerelyteahouse.com. You describe it as an immersive tea experience. And so is that the culture ingraining side? You really want people to feel what
Yeah.
it would be like as if they were in that part of the world enjoying the experience.
We do it as accurately as we can. A lot of people have only tried British style tea, but there's a lot to that they haven't tried as well. And one of our most popular events has been our afternoon tea with the tea towers, scones, fresh baked goods. We're having 2 of those upcoming for Valentine's Day. So February 14th and 15th, we'll be having 2 more afternoon teas.
If you've never take your mom, your daughter, your sister, your friends, like for a ladies' night, doing a high
To say
tea,
nothing of your wife.
you can stay home. I'm taking Demi and Emmy, and we're going to do the high tea because it is so fun. It's just such like a nice, relaxing time together, and it makes you sit and have the experience rather than just coming and meeting and having a quick drink and a quick bite. It's an experience.
That coming in together and trying something new. Is there? And this might be a weird question. I hope it's not. Is there like flights for tea? Like if someone wanted to
Absolutely.
taste test maybe a variety, how's that work?
That's not a weird question at all. A lot of people, we have so many to try. It's all right, I don't want to make a decision. And you can come in and have a tea flight. It's 6 teas for $40 a person of your choosing. It takes about an hour and a half. And it's a great thing. People usually do it with friends, and they can share their opinions. There's a little tea tasting note card, so you can write down, oh, I think this tastes exactly like, and compare your notes. It's a whole lot of fun when you bring more people.
And that variety. So if you're going to a tea tasting, do you clear palate between, or is it
like
just
wine tasting?
Yeah.
We don't usually clear palate. Sometimes we'll switch things up mid tasting, and then we'll have a palate cleanser. But most of the time, you just go from lightest oxidation to most oxidized. So you're working with the lightest flavors and then going to your darkest flavors. And if you do it like that, then you don't have to cleanse every time.
How did you get all this knowledge about tea?
I've been self-taught for 4 years now. Yeah.
Just
So
a lot
it's
of
just
research and trying things out and just figuring out.
Mostly taste testing. I have a tasting journal where I describe flavors, have been developing my palate for 4 years, and also just a lot of reading on different cultures because I find it interesting and fascinating.
It is fascinating.
An obsession more than anything else.
What's it been like adding in the bites into the mix, right? Because food can change the dynamic of the experience, right? So how have you tried to preserve the tea? But obviously people want some snackles, you know what I mean, while they're enjoying it.
Absolutely.
How's that been like for you?
Most of our Chinese teas are more centered around delicate flavors, so I always recommend that you don't, if you're leaning towards Chinese, Japanese teas, I recommend that you don't get a snack, or if you do, drink it after you've already tried the tea. But the English teas can usually stand up to that, although there are some pairings that I like particularly nice. We just got a new gluten-free coffee cake in, and that's particularly good with our moon roasted husk, which is a Chinese tea. It's one of my personal favorite pairings.
When people get sick, sometimes they go to tea, right? That's a common thing. Is there a particular tea that if someone may be a little under the weather, is there anything like that for someone that you recommend?
Yeah, I usually point them towards an herbal tea when you're sick. You don't usually want tons of caffeine, and we have quite a few that are good for that. One of my favorites is the Mint Comfort, which is a spearmint and peppermint blend with eucalyptus, lemongrass, and juniper. So a lot of those sinus clearing, relaxing, calming, pungent flavors. But we also have a Head Harmony, which is lemongrass and rooibos based with just a little bit of spearmint. So maybe if mint isn't your cup of tea, pardon the pun.
If you're looking for an immersive tea experience, Sincerely Tea House, located in downtown Davidson, is the spot for you. You can go in and enjoy a wide variety of cultures, get fully engrossed into the experience, and have wonderful tunage.
Right. I know. I feel
behind
so
you
calm and relaxed right now.
during the entire experience. Damien, John, thank you both so much for coming in. Sincerely Tea House, sincerelyteahouse.com. Check them out in Davidson.
We'll be right back with more Good Morning LKN and zero judgment about your dirty dishes. Spotless cleaning gets it. WSIC. Local starts here.
Well, chilly, but overall our Friday's in pretty good shape. Some extra clouds rolling in. Our highs for the afternoon make it into the low 40s. And of course, all eyes on a snowy Saturday around the Carolinas. A couple of inches could stack up around the Lake Norman area. Could be some folks with less or some with more, depending on where dry pockets and some heavier bands set up. But it's cold. 20s all day, and then travel concerns likely linger into Sunday. That's your forecast. From the WSIC Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Chase Myers.
Listen, save, enjoy. The WSIC app, available now in your app store.
Here's your WSIC community calendar.
Let's start in Mooresville, where Sail Again Children's Consignment is back.
Sail Again runs February 4th through the 8th at a new location, the Merino Mill Complex, with entrance at 200 Brawley Avenue.
Early shopping starts Wednesday, February 4th, with additional early access on Thursday. And then it's free public shopping Friday through Sunday. For times, tickets, and all the details, head to sailagainlkn.com.
Next up, if you're ready for a night out that's a little more dramatic.
The Murder Mystery Dinner featuring Sigmund Theatrical happens February 13th and 14th at 7 p.m.
This is a fully interactive experience where a museum setting turns into a live whodunit.
It's dinner, theater, intrigue, and suspense all rolled into one. And yes, perfect for Valentine's weekend.
Get ticket and location info at mooresvilleevents.com/ourtownstage.
And finally, head north to Statesville to warm up with some serious creativity.
Featuring incredible quilts, needlework, and handcrafted art from talented makers across the region.
Whether you're a longtime quilter, like myself,
or just appreciate the skill
and patience,
this one's worth checking out.
The Quilting and Needle Art Extravaganza at the Statesville Civic Center. Admission is $5. For more details, visit downtownstatesville.com.
For more Lake Norman news, weather updates, events, job opportunities, and real estate information, visit liveworkplaylkn.com.
That's liveworkplaylkn.com.
Good Morning LKN is back with more shenanigans and spotless cleaning support because this show's messier than your kitchen. WSIC. Local starts here.
Good morning, okay, an 8:48. Happy FriYAY to you. Starting off the weekend strong right there. Sincerely Tea House. That's a spot you could go to, get all zenned out, get your tea fix on.
Ew, so zen. As I drank my coffee with extra sugar in it, I felt so zen, though. So I could only imagine what it would be like to hear the music and drink the tea. I feel like it'd be in like a...
Damien's knowledge of tea,
so deep.
Unmatched. Haven't met someone in the community with that level, and you want, if you're going to try to go for that experience, you want somebody who knows what they're doing. Appreciate John too, who just jammed the entire time.
It was amazing.
Love John. It was nothing. So
I know,
that was
John
cool.
needs to be our like Friday in-house band or something like that.
Some things going on federally. I do want to pick up on a couple of these things. Department of War wants to.
Oh man, I was so zen.
Simplify things. We'll keep it zen.
Okay.
The Department of War has announced the formation of the new Science, Technology, and Innovation Board, the STIB, following the merger of the Defense Innovation Board, the DIB, and the Defense Science Board, the DSB. The department is abandoning the alphabet soup of indecisive, overlapping advisory groups and councils. The STIB unifies the scientific rigor of the DSB with the private sector agility of the DIB. The STIB provides a single authoritative voice on innovation and delivers clear, rapid solutions to the American warfighter. View the new board members of the STIB at stib.cto.mil.
That was so many letters.
They said they're trying to simplify it. I figured I'd keep it simple for you.
That didn't sound simple to me at all.
So,
it was a lot of letters.
There's a new board. That's basically,
okay.
I think, what that
new
one
board.
said.
New board, and they're getting rid of some of the letters.
There is somebody else who's back, an oldie but a goodie, the Weenie 500.
Oh, yeah, it's back, guys. Now, this is something I can talk about. The Weenie 500, if you remember last year, I think it was before. Oh gosh, it was Was it before the Daytona 500?
That's a great question.
It was before.
I think
one
because
of the
it drove on the track. I
yes,
believe.
it drove on the track. Oh no, it was the Indy 500.
Indy, yeah.
It was at the Indy 500. Okay, so we're back. Last year we all picked a dog. This year, new dogs.
8 teams.
We have 8 teams. You also, I saw a post yesterday too that you can they want people because they want you to submit for what the last dog's going to be. So we'll get to that. But right now you got to pick your dog. We got the Puka dog, which is a Hawaiian sweet bun, passion fruit mustard, tropical fruit relish, and garlic lemon sauce. Pass. Denver dog. Denver dog is green chili, red onions, jalapeno, and sour cream.
Careful, the mouse will come after you.
Pass on that one. The plain dog. Nothing, and nothing. Just the plain dog.
That's a Noah dog, right?
That's
there.
a Noah dog.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll name that one the Noah. The Idaho dog, baked potato bun, sour cream, bacon bits and chives, and shredded cheese.
What's a baked potato bun?
A potato bun.
Oh, a potato bun.
Yeah.
You said baked potato
it
bun.
says baked
I was like,
potato,
hold
but
on
you know
now.
what a potato bun is, yeah.
That's like putting sketty in a tortilla.
All right, veggie dog. I don't even know. Lettuce.
Skip.
Skip. Onions. Skip. The Ripper dog. I think this is going to be yours right here, Justin. Deep fried dog. Spicy mustard relish, onions, and mustard. Can you go for that one?
A little bit too much for me. I think I got the next one, though.
Next one's, oh no, I already claimed it. Sorry. Corn dog.
That's the one you want. That's a North Carolina one right there.
That is me.
Because I don't see the Southern dog on there.
No, the Southern dog is on there this year. And then the Sonoran dog, bolillo bun, bacon, pinto beans, onions. It's more like it's Arizona inspired. So Tex-Mex kind of thing. Jalapeno sauce, mustard, and mayonnaise.
All right, so if you're going to take corn dog and I can't take that one, let me see which one I like here. Avocado on a hot dog just doesn't make sense right now. I'm going to go Idaho dog.
You're going to go potato bun.
Yeah, I think I'm going to go potato bun with sour cream, bacon bits and chives, shredded cheese.
Okay.
That sounds about right
I thought that was the one that you would go with. But yeah, so you get to decide. So they're doing a bracket right now. They said the
bracket challenge.
5 dogs have qualified. We need to, figure it out. So you get to pick between the Ripper dog or the corn dog. Which one you going?
Corn.
Okay. Veggie dog or Puka?
Puka. Even though both of those can go.
Plain dog or Denver?
Denver, hold on, I'm pulling up right. Green chili, red onions, jalapeno.
Yeah.
And then what was the other one? Green dog?
Plain.
Plain versus Denver?
Think of the boy.
Yeah, I think you
I
gotta
want to
go
say
Noah.
plain, but I'm trying to think of what's my betting odds here, right? That's what I'm trying to really focus. I'm trying to be, it's not about me.
I say the plain dog probably has a better bet. It doesn't have anything to, no wind.
All right, we'll see if Mamie's right next week. Go ahead. Yeah, we'll go.
Yeah,
plain
that's
dog.
fine.
Yeah.
And then we got the Sonoran versus the Idaho.
Oh, well, we know which one's going.
Idaho's going.
Yeah, well,
All right.
Sonoran. I mean, who wants burrito buns, bacon, pinto beans, onions and tomatoes, jalapeno sauce?
That sounds like a
mustard,
Bill hot dog
and
right
mayo
there.
on a hot dog. I've seen that.
I can't.
I don't understand. I know people that do it. I know people that do just mayo on their hot dog. Y'all wild.
Just mayo on a hot dog?
Some of y'all are wild.
Y'all are crazy. Yes,
It's a real
please.
thing. Be careful out there. Don't judge people when you see them at the counter.
So anyway, we're working through the bracket. We'll keep you guys updated. Round 1, let's see. The qualifier reveal will be on February the 6th at noon Central. So I'll
We
keep
got
you
time.
apprised. Let's have the assignment desk assign that to Justin. Gets this one.
Okay, all right. I'm on hot dog duty.
You're on hot dog.
Not a problem.
Round
Got my
robin.
microscope ready. Want to let you know about a couple of companies made some big announcements this week. One of them was Tesla. Their earnings fell 17%. They not too well on a couple of aspects, and they made a big decision to cut Model S and Model X production completely. But Elon's trying to spin it to where, but we're going to use it for something else. All those parts, all the assembly line stuff, it's all going down to Optimus. It's going to go into Cybercab and Optimus robots. All the existing components for Model S and Model X, they're going to roll into Cybercab and Optimus. And then there's also the IPO conversation to help bounce back. They've expanded robo-taxi into more cities. Florida's on the list now at this point. A couple other major heavy transient cities. Charlotte, nothing for North Carolina is on the list as of right now. But the idea of XAI and SpaceX now merging as companies came up as part of the conversation as well. You know, with Elon and his little web of companies, inevitably it was going to happen.
I am a robot.
That they'll all get put together probably as one giant conglomerate by the end of all of it. But for now, Microsoft also made a big announcement related to their earnings, a specific concept. They disclosed for the first time that 45% of its $625 billion book of business, future cloud contracts in particular, was from OpenAI.
Wow.
So 45% of
Almost
future
half.
cloud contracts, a promise to buy later, was from one single company. Obviously, in general, the market not liking hearing that, especially with OpenAI catching as much shade as they are these days.
Do you think AI, if you remember the dot-com bubble from the 2000s?
The AI bubble that's coming?
Do you think the AI, we're going to have a bubble?
Money's just moving so fast and all of this stuff. I don't know. Is it really? What was the dot-com bubble, right? If you break down practically what was it?
It was just like everything went online and they were putting so much money into building these websites and e-commerce, and then it just kind of fizzled out.
It didn't make any money
There were
back.
there were too many people doing the same thing, and so then everything just kind of merged together.
I'd say we pretty much hit that bubble, right? Because the
so?
dollars are moving and jumping and leaving and moving around very, very fast right now. And I think what's unique about this one is kind of like every new tool that gets made, which is what these companies really are, right? Are individual software tools. There's a new tool tomorrow, and there's another tool tomorrow, and the next day, and the next day, and the next day. So I don't know if technically there's a bubble to be kept up. I don't know if there's anything that can inflate at this point, except for the couple of big companies, the NVIDIAs, the OpenAI. But OpenAI isn't even an IPO. They're a private company. They're not affecting your indice on your stock right now, except for the companies investing in them, like the Microsofts, the Taiwan Semiconductor. I don't know if that's a traded company or not, but those big players. So that's a great question, though. Something's happening where it will get consolidated, I think. I
that's what happened with the doc. Like, everybody was just putting all this money into their website and their e-commerce. Like, pets.com was the one that I think about. They put all this into, and then, they did a Super Bowl ad, and then within 6 months, they were out of business.
Now, if I'm GoDaddy, I'm panicking right now. Unless I implement AI tools myself and to build and spinning up websites, I'm panicking right now for sure.
Yeah.
Domain game and all that, and simple tools and things like that for sure. Anybody that's kind of the other side of the spectrum, right? A bunch of mini micro accounts. You could have a $7 a month account with someone like GoDaddy, and they're making that money, but people probably will start leaving pretty quickly, if I had to guess, throughout the year. Trump suing the IRS, by the way. Didn't know if you knew this or not. He has filed a $10 billion lawsuit against the IRS for his tax returns that got leaked by the firm that is contracted with the Treasury Department. And I guess that's how that happened.
Your tax returns aren't public record?
No.
I didn't know that.
No. They are not public record. No, and they shouldn't be released. But this is where we know at the end of the day, there's people at the end of the line, even in the IRS, and stuff does get out. And so now he's suing the IRS for $10 billion. Interestingly enough, if you do the math on that equation, the IRS is taxpayer funded. And so $10 billion from
means I'm paying it back to Trump.
People.
Right.
So
I'm paying him.
Unless they have a rainy day fund? Which came
from me. Yeah.
But maybe they took it from all the other people that were doing bad stuff.
You like to think that.
But they got their money from...
Definitely from me.
People.
Yeah.
So this one turns out...
My little check I got to send in every year.
This one may just be where he makes them just publicly apologize. Maybe that's what ends it. Maybe that's
that would be much nicer.
End of the
I wish you
spectrum.
could sue for no money. I just want you to say you're sorry. Please, just say you're sorry.
Looks like I gotta let you know. Did I tell you about the pre-planning for Valentines? Oh, you did this one. This wasn't mine.
This is
I thought this was one of
pre-planning.
mine.
Yes. We're almost to the end of the show, but I have to let you guys know.
Yes.
You're pre-planning. Waffle House is rolling out the red carpet, tablecloths, flowers, and waffles. What more could you want on Valentine's Day?
That is the exact gift I know she's been
That's
waiting
what all
on
the women want. Take her to Waffle House. Reserve your booth now.
me. There is no other place to build relationship.
That's it.
As compared to the Wahoo.
You love someone, give them a waffle.
You may just see someone get hit over the head with a plate. Another patron.
It's dinner and a show.
It's all part of the experience.
Right.
You want more of this experience? Download the WSIC News app. It's available on iOS and Google Play. Over 37 hours of content every single week. Audio, video, on demand, and some great businesses. Home Ad shows up next. Be safe this weekend, my kith.
Great radio doesn't end here. Catch the full episode and dive, or